Okay, I'm pushing the show live one more time. I'll tell you when I start to get positive kilobits. Excellent. Let's see if I can find the chat. Okay, I think I'm live again. Yes. Okay, let's hope that we can get the show going nicely now. I think we can. Okay, I'm going into the chat. We've finally, I think, got our show going. Great. Okay, I think we have mastered the startup. Late, 9:30 here in Vancouver. For our live show, I'd like to welcome Gerard Smith to the show. Gerard, you're number one Av Geek Girl number two, and Lee and Steve, Chris. Thank you very much, everybody. We are here on the north side, a little bit late, but better late than never. It was just an instance of Butterfingers pulling the cable out by mistake. But as you can see, we've got something special happening here. They're actually doing north side departures, so I decided to run the show from the north side today. The plan was to go south side, but it's been a long time since we've had north side departures here, and they're doing construction on the runway, and apparently it'll be for several months that we'll have this set up here. Hello, Gary. Welcome to the show, Gary. Hope you're doing well, and long may it continue. So the mode of operations right now is north side takeoff, south side landing, which is good too. But I'll just show you aircraft basically. Have a look here. This gives you an idea. Our first takeoff of the show is a Beech 1900. I'll have to get used to my setup here. I've been rusty on the north side departures, but you can see we've got quite a lineup of aircraft. There's pretty much a strong procession of airplanes making their way down to the button there. Our next departure is looks like a BizJet. Yeah, it's a WestJet turning onto the active. Right there. WestJet 37. Turn on our house radio. And yeah, I'm glad to be here. Hello, Joseph and AJ from Luton and Philippe Jean. Glad you're here, Philippe. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a case of my butterfingers that caused us to lose our first attempt at doing the live stream this morning. But we're back and should have a good show. We're going to be here for the next 3 hours, something like that. And what a beautiful day it is here in Vancouver. They're calling for double-digit temperatures, 20 degrees. So hopefully we'll have a lot of departures, a lot of non-stop action here.
304 heavy ground on 926 right.
There's our radios are live. Excellent. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you are all doing awesome. Yeah, a lot of construction equipment, exactly. And that you'll see the aircraft are kicking up dust. Watch this. A lot of dust kick up.
And departure frequency 132.2. Push 162 ground, runway 26 right, out turn 3004, taxi Echo Delta Hotel Hotel.
There we go, first jet departure of our show. Oh, nice bite down. Oh, look at that, there's the dust. Saw the dust on the runway.
Just 30, thank you for going. Good morning, taxi by hotel and go for the flight company just pushing off the 35.
Neat. Okay, so that was our first departure. I think we're going to have back-to-back departures today. So, what's next?
PTC correct, departure frequency 126.12. 2612, thanks. 268 ground, 926 right, altimeter 30.
We got light refraction.
Passenger pass, line the 777 ahead, taxi via Juliet, Mike 9. Good, Mike 9, check the market, thanks.
Let's see if I can, because we're facing into the sun, so the camera's struggling to focus. This is how it is, actually.
162, taxi Delta Hotel Juliet, Wilshire. Actually, Delta Hotels, Wilshire Victor. Delta Hotel, Short Victor, Wilshire.
Yeah, that's the refraction of the light, just because we are faced into the sun. So.
Wilshire 162, we're going to change that taxi Delta.
We've got a BizJet on the roll. Looks like it's a. What is that? A Canadair? No, I'm not sure what that is. Neat. Yeah, they're close, right? They're very close. Here, we got a triple coming for departure. Fantastic action today. Really good action. Hello, Glenn's Aviation Love, joining us from the UK. Hope you're doing well, Glenn. Let's move it down to the button end of the runway. Lots of tripod work, dancing around the tripod as I call it. This would be perfect for cloudy weather. So, hope you guys can hear the radios. Good lineup of traffic here for us as well. This is good. This is really nice. Air Canada or WestJet in the background turning onto the active. I'll have to get used to this, right? So give me some leeway here while I pan this as best I can. Smooth as silk. Wow. Oh yeah. Guys, I'll improve. The pans will improve as I get used to doing these for us. So appreciate your patience while I learn to dance around the tripod. So what have we got here? Now we got another WestJet 37 here. Hello, Kirsten. Nice to see you in YXX Plane Spotter. Good to see you guys. John Bowden, Canucks in Brazil. Excellent. There we go. Our next movement. WestJet, Rolling Thunder. You can see refraction through the lens. That's just light refraction, and it does happen. Look at the dirt there on the runway. You can see there's a patch of dirt from their construction. Yeah, really, it will be non-stop action today. Lots of WestJets this morning, taxing out. Busy morning for WestJet. Just really, really busy. We've got another WestJet. I'm not sure what they're doing here. There's construction. I can't tell you the details of it. It might be on the YVR website. So there's construction at one end of the runway, which is resulting in this change in operations. So again, it might be on the YVR website. We'll have to check that. I lost it. It's tough. Yeah, there's some form of construction that's happening. It's going to go for a few months, and that's why we have this different runway operation. Landings on south side, takeoff on north side.
Factor 158, just go ahead say where you want to go again.
Get the focus. CRJ.
Director 158, you can proceed as requested. Juliet, Mike 9.
We'll give way to the RJ and Juliet, Charlie, Juliet, Mike 9.
Can you see correct departure frequency 1323, motion on the noise 1. 236, 978.
There's the CRJ rolling.
Juliet, Mike 9. Correction, Juliet, Mike Tango to the aircraft. Juliet, Mike Tango to the aircraft. Now 35 tester ground and proceed.
There's the dirt on the runway.
5, hold short, runway 26 left.
Hard for me to dance around the tripod to do the full 180. I've got all the equipment attached to it, so it's quite cumbersome. So I apologize for the rough pans here. Air Canada triple. And let's see if I can figure out where that's going. Heading to Montreal.
Tester, taxi across runway 26 left, Delta 5, Delta.
Ooh, the lens flare because of the sun. Trying my best here to keep this in frame for you guys. Gentle climb out. Nice stuff. Wow. Chock-a-block on the departures. Back down to the button at the other end. What have we got? Q400. Q400. Okay, so the Q400 is heading to Kelowna. It's Jazz Flight 268. Lined up right there. Okay, so AJ says the South Runway maintenance construction schedule will be coordinated with the North Runway modernization program to ensure both runways are able to be serviced throughout the summer season. Okay, so they're doing runway modernization work. Yeah, so okay, so it is published what's going on here. It'll be going on for a few months. Q400 on the roll. Look at him! Look at the steep angle of climb. It's like a STOL aircraft, actually. It's like a STOL aircraft. Isn't that neat? Yeah, not like a Vanguard. Climbs out at about 10 degrees. So now we've got a WestJet turning onto the active. This is WestJet 2050 heading to Huatulco. Hello, Lee. And JD. Ayup, Philip. Nice to see you, Philip. Philip Ansett. And Sean Fiedler. We're just waiting for showtime. Yeah. So this is it'll go on for a few months, this runway construction, such that during daytime hours we have takeoffs on north side and landings on south side. So it'll just have to be it'll be good, actually. It'll be really quite good. Yes, nice to see everybody, some of our regulars here. Hello, JD.
Airport by Vancouver 2 departure runway 26 right. Flight plan route departure frequency 126.12, squawk code 53628 is pop. Papa Vancouver 2 off 26 right. Dead. Sorry, just confirm the squawk was 5362. Pascal 1293, that is correct on the squawk. Thank you. Air Canada 1059, taxi runway 31, Victor.
Okay. Air India sitting at the gate there. No, I didn't get the registration of any airplanes, unfortunately. I don't think I read it out on the air. I think I'm calling flight numbers. But yeah, I didn't actually do a registration readout.
3004, taxi Alpha Romeo Alpha onto runway 31, Echo, full short runway 26 left.
Q400. And there's a 37 sitting on the runway right now. It's heading to Edmonton. It's flight 162. So, hello, Gordon. Joining us from southern Manitoba. Nice to see you, Gordon. Thanks for joining us. It's great to see you. Fellow Canadian. You'll see the aircraft runs through some dirt. There's dirt on the runway. Maybe it's, yeah, there it is right there. Okay. And very quickly back down to the button. What do we got? Q400. And let's have a look. The Q400 is heading... I'll have to tell you in a second because my thing hit an ad. So, nice to see you, Kirsten. I hope you're doing well. And hello, Paula. Hope you're doing well as well. And Canada 59 worldwide. Nice to see you as well. So, all three of you, welcome. Yeah, this aircraft is doesn't give the indication on my radar app where it's going. So, but it is rolling right now. Yeah, these airplanes, the angle of attack on their climb out is quite spectacular. Look at that. It's almost 45 degrees angle of attack. It's incredible. Very steep angle of attack. And our next takeoff.
Good morning, Jazz 842, information Papa Gate 88 with PDC identifier.
Okay, so this is a MAX. Let's have a look. Heading to Puerto Vallarta. Hello, Karen Monson. Welcome to the show, Karen. I hope you're doing well. And Blick Flang, nice to see you here, Blick. Thank you for being here with us. Yeah, Puerto Vallarta. My battery's at 53%. Watching the, oh, there we go. Watching the battery carefully. A lot of equipment there piled up by the fence.
Taxi hotel, proceed hotel and hold short left 26. At 237 ground, taxi runway 31, Victor hold short hotel.
Decent climb out.
At 237, I'm going to change that taxi runway 31 Lima. Hold short, hotel.
Quite nice. Okay, back to terra firma. Bring the camera back to the button. We've got a Delta Sky West heading to Seattle down there at the button, already lined up. Already lined up, ready to await clearance for takeoff. Right there. There it is. Beautiful day here in Vancouver. Absolutely. Okay.
Aircraft 237, there's a Saab coming on Juliet, plan to follow them, and taxi Lima Juliet to the gate.
Hello, it's the Saab Lima Juliet to the gate. Aircraft 237, have a nice one.
Oh, early rotation.
971, contact ground 127.415.
Quite an early rotation on that. And to the gate. Looks like our Air Canada might be ready to push. Is it? Maybe. I think they've got a tug on it. So we kind of watch what happens here. But yes, finally, we have, I'm back. It's good to be back. I was away for 10 days, so that spanned the last 2 weeks. So it was 3 weeks ago that I last did the show. So it's good to be back. I had a good trip. I had a really good trip, actually. Yeah. I'll tell you guys about it here in just a sec. We've got another Sky West heading to Seattle. Isn't that interesting? Back-to-back Sky West to Seattle. It's a bit strange. 2 in a row. No, this is WestJet. My radar app is running a bit slow. So that's what that is. This is from a WestJet heading to Calgary. WestJet 37. It's a flight 106. And without much delay on the roll there, they're underway. Bit of an early rotation. Quite nice. In 1 hour, they'll be in Calgary. Great. Great. So, let's just put the camera on our Air Canada 340. Which I think is going to push back here. Looks like they're getting ready there. You can see ground personnel waiting. Yes! So I had a good trip. I was gone for 10 days. I think some of you know that I operate other businesses. Some of them are non-related to aviation. And I had an invitation for some meetings and filmings, which I kind of put them all together and made a trip out of it. So that was good. That was a highly productive trip. And I was also visiting family as well, so that was good. I got to have a good family visit. And I think some of you know that I'm passionate about watches as well. So yes, I met with a number of watch companies, which was great. And did a lot of filming actually through these meetings, so it was highly productive, but it did involve my being away for spanning two of our Thursdays, so it was good. It was really good actually. So I've come back to nice weather, and when did I come back? I came back on Friday, so a week ago tomorrow is when I flew back. So it's good to be back. You know what? I'm actually, while we're waiting, I can even just kind of welcome you guys right now. Why not? Why not? Let me just kind of see if I can open this up. Yeah, something like this. Let's have a look. Okay, well, we've got a little bit of a lull, so it's an opportunity for me to welcome everybody to the show. We were a little bit late on the start today because Butterfingers, I knocked the cable out of the camera that connects to the streaming equipment. What basically the situation is, if it's out by a hair, we lose the signal. So even though it may not look like it's out, if it's just out a tad, it is out, and the signal's gone. And it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to reestablish a new show. So that's why we were late on the startup. It's just really how it is. But I'm glad that we are back, and we're going to be here. As I say, it's a 3-hour show, so we started at around 9:30, so to about 12:30 Pacific time. We're set up here on the north side at Vancouver International Airport. Because of runway construction for the next few months, they've changed the operational pattern of the airfield. So what we've got is a unique situation during construction. Takeoffs on the north side, landings on the south side. So the fact that we've got the rotations basically right here at center field, I thought it would be a good idea to do the north side show today. And so we're here doing that. And there goes a Saab 340 taking off right behind me, but there'll be I believe all the departures are on the north side. I haven't seen a south side departure since I've been here, since I arrived at the airport. So hopefully that'll continue. Eventually we'll do a south side show as well, but just because this is unique, seeing the departures on the north side, I thought we'd come over here. So that's the story. Hope you guys have all been well over the last 2 weeks, and I would like to welcome you formally to the show. Okay, so I'll put myself right back behind the camera, and we'll just stop the camera down. And we have looks like a WestJet 37 taxiing out. And where is it? Yeah, right there. That's the WestJet 37 taxiing down to the button. As I say, a lot of WestJets. There's even more WestJets taxiing out here. So it's WestJet morning. This Thursday is a WestJet morning. Absolutely. Hello, Stephen McGuigan. Welcome to the show, Stephen. Nice to see you. Blickfang says, I have 2 Seiko watches. I'm a vintage watch collector, and I love the Rolex brand, so I'm consider myself a lifelong Rolex man. And as I say, vintage watches are what I like. Yeah, like the mass-produced current-day watches they're really good at keeping time. You know, they're highly accurate, and I'm as I say, I'm more into the vintage watches. You know, 1980s and back kind of. So, yeah. Hello, Miss Albert. Welcome to the show, Miss Albert. Says the Air New Zealand white livery will be arriving today. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm not sure what time that's in at, but maybe we'll get to see it as it taxis around. There's WestJet trundling onto the active runway. I've got 3 WestJets in a row here for us, actually, because we've got 2 taxiing out that are beam. So WestJet is on the roll. Nice. Gentle climb out with the gear tucking up. Very good. Okay, back to terra firma. 2 more WestJets here to go for us. Yeah. Taking their time there on the pushback of the Star Alliance 330. So our next WestJet's heading to Toronto, and then the second WestJet's heading to Edmonton. Yeah, thank you, Stephen. Yeah, I'll have to check the frequency of the adverts. I did change it. I've got them, I think, like on every 10 minutes, but I can spread them out even more. Okay, got a WestJet on the roll. Okay. It's kind of neat. Okay, so yeah, I think perhaps that was in reference to the YouTube adverts, which I don't see here, obviously. But yeah, I guess YouTube's placing ads into our live stream, and that's what's perhaps interrupting the visual show here. So that's a YouTube thing. It's not something I can actually turn off. But yes, I do appreciate that. It's frustrating to have the show cut with ads, visual ads. Yeah. I can't remember if I've already welcomed you to the show, Gordon, but welcome to the show, Gordon Ritchie. I think I did, but just if I didn't. See what's happening here with our 330. They don't have beacons on as of yet, so to see when they start to ping. Let's turn the radios on. My battery's at 25%, so I am watching it. Okay, let's get caught up with the chat. Thank you, Glenn. Appreciate that. Nick Even says no adverts. I'm using an Opera browser. Yeah, so that could be browser specific as well. And David Smith, if you get premium, you pay for premium, but there are no adverts. Good point. Yeah, the same ads. I guess the same ads, the same video ads over and over again. That could get tedious. What do they? Yeah.
509, contact ground north 127.15 now. 509, switching.
Well, again, this A330 is hooked up.
Air 509, ground taxi via Juliet, Mike 9.
Well, we've got While we're waiting for this, I think we got a Air North maybe taxiing our way. We can point the camera over it. Yeah, that's a Air North coming our way. That's nice. Classic, no winglets. We can have a look at it. 37, isn't that neat? 737-400 without winglets. They're quite rare these days. Definitely. How often have you seen a classic Boeing without winglets? Not often. It's a 500. It's the 500, okay. Yeah, heading to Kelowna. It's WestJet 37. Flight 509.
Tractor 152, ground, proceed as requested.
It'd be nice to see this guy take off. That's looking good, actually, isn't it? Nice looking airplane. He's heading to Kelowna, so I suspect it's not too full. Somebody needs to get out there with the tree shearers and cut that down.
Juliet, Charlie, Juliet, Mike 9. Charlie, Juliet, Mike 9.
Yeah, I'd like to take that flight myself one day. Vancouver to Kelowna and back. Fly on the classic Boeing. It's been a while since I've been on a classic Boeing without winglets. Many years. Many, many years. Probably 10. Yeah, definitely been a while. We'll follow this aircraft down to the button. My battery's at 18%, so if I do get a very fast collapse down to 0, I'll just do a battery change. I will pay very special attention to keep that cable from coming loose out of my camera.
Taxi now on the south line. Push back to your discretion.
Yeah, so got to be careful about that. We're watching live, just like the passengers through the windows. You wonder how many minutes from now until they're rolling down the runway. Probably a couple. Just a couple. Something like that. think we're probably going to be able to get this takeoff.
Air 509 Terra, ready to go? Ready on 509. Air 509 Terra, contact departure airborne from Mike 9, clear for takeoff. Runway 26 right. Mike 9, clear takeoff 26 right, Terra 509.
It's him. 509. He's already cleared for takeoff, so it's up to him just to make the turn onto the active runway and go. So he has been cleared for departure. Quite a long taxi down to the end there. My battery's at 16%. So when this aircraft does roll past us, that's when we'll do our battery change. I think we should be okay. He's just going to turn onto the runway and power up and go. Yeah, nice. 40. It's about a 35-minute flight to Kelowna, something like that. Something like that. There we go. It's going to be a rolling thunder here. That's it. No delay on the roll. 0 delay. I'm sure it'll be an early rotation too. I just can't imagine him being too full. No, he's up pretty good there. Nice stuff. Nice climb out. Very nice climb out on Air North. Excellent. Okay, let's do our battery change because we don't need to push fate. I'm just gonna do a standard countdown for our battery change. I'll start that right now. So we're gonna do our battery change. Let's get that done. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're doing a battery change. I'll be back in just a second. We're back. Okay, excellent.
Contact tower 11955 when you're ready.
We're back. I'm just gonna... Just a second, guys. Yeah, so we're standing basically center point of the runway here, and for those of you that are unaware, I can just basically point this out. There is a rotating beacon which is has direct radio interference with our electronics. So there's basically right there. There's a rotating beacon inside that golf ball. So we are not blocked. So every time the radar does a 360-degree rotation, we get an electrical interference. That's the click. So it's every second or two, right? That's just what it is. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. So it is what it is. And we have a WestJet. Where's the WestJet? I'm looking for it. I thought I saw it. Huh. Looking for it. There we go. Oh, it's actually an Air Canada Max. It's an Air Canada heading to... Where's it heading to? San Jose de Cabo San Lucas. That's it. Heading to Cabo. Yeah, that click you're hearing, that's the radar interference. I heard in my left ear. If I were to rep my camera in lead, I could avoid that, but then I would not really be able to do the live stream. So I need to have access to all my ports quick and easy, but if I were to wrap it in like a foil or lead, it would just be too cumbersome and too difficult.
Taxi via Juliet Bravo, Juliet Mike 9, Q400 off the left, will follow you.
They're rolling for San Jose to Cabo San Lucas.
Jazz 151 ground taxi via Juliet Mike 9, follow WestJet, joining from Juliet Bravo. Mike 9, follow WestJet.
Decent takeoff.
Victor, Kilo, Juliet Charlie today.
Okay. So here comes another WestJet. So, wow. The signal has dropped. Wow.
Knock 293 ground taxi via Juliet. Mike 9. They're kind of heavy off your left is waiting for you.
Okay, this is actually something to do with the Wi-Fi signal, nothing to do with my equipment. The streaming deck has dropped down to no kilobits.
And Pasco 1293 correction of that, let's make it Mike 7. For Pasco 1293. As 152 ground taxi Golf to the apron. Golf to the apron, Jazz 152.
We should be at 6,000 kilobits per second. We're only at 1,000, so there's some kind of local interference here. I'm not sure if you guys can actually hear me, but we have a local Wi-Fi dropout. Nothing to do with me or my equipment, but the streaming deck was showing a collapse from 6,000 kilobits per second to 900 kilobits per second. So that's not enough to maintain a YouTube live stream, and if it persists, YouTube will end the live stream. So that's just the nature of what this is. If we lose the live stream, I'll probably pack things up and go to the south side and start up from the south side for the remainder of the show. So that's kind of what I would do. We'll just have to see what happens.
Jazz 842 ground, runway 26 right, altimeter 3003, taxi apron, your
so yeah,
onto the bypass line. It's going to be a few minutes, reference your flow time.
I'll just turn this off so I'm not competing with the audio here. Again, just so everybody's aware, we had a Wi-Fi drop-off, temporary Wi-Fi drop-off. We're usually streaming at around 5,000 to 6,000 kilobits per second, and we had it collapse down to 900,000 kilobits per second. So we lost 80% of our signal, and that is a cellular dead zone. And when those happen, nothing we can do. The signal stops. And just so everybody's aware, if YouTube has a drop of signal that persists, they will automatically end the live stream. So I'm watching the signal now. We're sitting at 6,000 kilobits per second, so we're good at the moment. But just so you know, if we do have a complete drop of Wi-Fi here, I'll just pack things up and I'll drive to the south side and I'll restart a show over there. So I just want everybody to be aware of that. So let's hope that doesn't come to pass. So we've got an aircraft turning onto the active right now. We're back to normal, so I'm glad to hear that, and let's just hope that everything just continues nicely for us. So WestJet rolling. one. Good one. Okay. We got our fresh battery in. All is well with our fresh battery. And hello, John Bowden. Okay, 5x5 in Brazil. Excellent. Yeah, our signal's good right now. We're sitting at 5,800, so we're kind of sitting in the solid high 5,000s for a kilobit signal. So it's pretty good. Thank you, Karen. Glad you guys can hear me. That's excellent. Yeah, okay, so we've got a Q400 that's down on the active, rolling. Let's bring the camera around right now for our Q400 departure. There it is. We know these airplanes climb at about 45 degrees. No Vanguard climb outs here. Climb outs. And what have we got next? Oh, we got a little Beech 1900 actually. Little Beech 1900 is on the active right now, so it's heading up island, I think. Oof, smoke, dust. There it is. There's the Beech 1900. It's going to Powell River, Beech 1900D. Yeah, the dust is just poof. Need to wear a mask. Look at, I'll show you that a car just drove by and just kicked up tons of dust here. Poof. Eating the dirt right now. Eating the dirt. Poof. Yeah, not good. Too bad they don't pave that road. Okay. Our Beech 1900 is rolling thunder. Lost it. Lost my cookies on that one. Okay. Let's see what's happening on the field. Let's have a look here. Kirsten says, I chased a rare bird. Wow. Wow, Kirsten, that's amazing. You left Victoria at 3:30 in the morning and you got home past midnight. Kirsten, did you get to see the rare bird? If you've already mentioned it, I missed it. I apologize, but I hope you got to see the rare bird that you were chasing. And congratulations, Lee. Wow. Very much appreciate your support, Lee. Thank you so very much. Lee has been a premium member here on the JetFlix channel for 11 months. So yes, Lee, you don't see those video ads that are laid on to the live stream, do you? I don't think you're have to suffer that that YouTube video ads. So yes, thank you so much, Lee. Hello, Noise Bloom. It is a lovely day here in Vancouver. It is sunny. There's a gentle breeze out of the west, hence we're on runway 26. And it's not too cold at all. I think it's probably about 13 degrees right now. They did say we were going to get to a high of double, 20s, like high teens, low 20s. So we'll see. So Kirsten says yes after 8 hours waiting. Okay, wow. Okay. So you did get to see it. That's fantastic. But it usually hangs out in Kazakhstan. They must have done a lot of flight planning to make it all the way from Kazakhstan to British Columbia. That's amazing. Hello, Ultimate Sim Gamer. Good to see you guys. And I'm just watching our flight radar for our next aircraft to come out our way. Our A330 of Air Canada is still sitting at the gate. I think this would be nice for a nighttime show actually as well, like a twilight show now that the days are getting long. Well, the next, during the months of May, June, and July, those are the 3 longest day months of the year. So, yeah, that'll be good. Nighttime shows here, or early morning show as well. That would be kind of fun. That would be fun. So, yes, we'll catch up with lost time. And hello, Pilot Ethan. Welcome to the show. Yes, golden hour would be nice. Exactly. Exactly. So I guess you're not working today, Ethan. You're able to tune in, have a little bit of a visit with us. Got a United taxiing out. Oh, I guess the United landed, of course. So it's just making its way over to the U.S. gates. It's not actually going to depart. It landed on the south side. But, well, we can watch it as it taxis. Long taxi, isn't it? You know, when you land on the south side and you have to taxi to the U.S. gates on the north side. Oh, that's a 10-minute taxi, I think. Something like that. I think you would comfortably, if you were a pilot, you'd say we're going to be about 10 minutes to get to the gate. Might be a bit shorter, but always better to err on the conservative side. Nice looking United. A320. Yeah, it's been a while since United Airlines took delivery of their first A320s. It was back in the late 80s. They've been a long time A320 customer, United. Long time. About the same time that Air Canada took delivery of their A320s. So when was that? 87, 88? Something, yeah, late 80s. Of course, Air Canada still has their A320s in service. What have we got here? Is this something oddball? Hang on a second. Yeah, it's a door knocker. We got a door knocker in the house. I think this is the Central Mountain fishing charter coming out of the South Terminal. Dornier 328, or as I call them, door knockers. Rare type, right? Very rare type. I'd love to have a flight in one. I don't have it in my logbook. I'd consider myself very blessed to get that. That would be very cool to get a door knocker flight. Central Mountain has a unique sound to it. Yeah, somebody needs to get out there with a set of shears. Look, I'll show you. I'll show you what we're dealing with here. This darn tree. See? Somebody just needs to come out here and get the top of that cut off. Definitely. Oh yeah, we got a CRJ on the roll here. At least we got to see it. Neat. Okay, there's our door knocker. Right there. Central Mountain door knocker service. That's a Dornier 328. I know in England you guys can fly on, there's an airline, British Airways franchise out of Norway, I believe. I'm not sure where. I think it goes out of London City Airport up to Norway. It might go into other London airports as well. But yeah, there's a British Airways franchise. It's a Norwegian company. It flies from London. So you guys can actually get a door knocker flight as well. But it is a rare type. Definitely a type you don't see at every airport. Not easy to book a flight on one. Of course, these are charter flights. They're doing fishing charters. So You can't just buy a ticket unless you want to spend $10,000 on a fishing charter. That's the lay of the land on those. Karen Monson says, I'm going to Lurkers to eat lunch. Bon appetit. Bon appetit. Karen says 20 Celsius is 68 F. That's right. The rule of thumb is double it. Usually double it and add 30. So 20 and 20 is 40, 50, 60, 70. There you go. Yeah, double it and add 30 to get from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So 1 degree Celsius would be 2 plus 30, 32, which is the your freezing point in Fahrenheit. That's a good rule of thumb. Yeah, Sun Air, that sounds right. That's the one. That's the company I was thinking of, Glenn. Thank you. Thank you for setting me straight on that. But yeah, they've been operating those flights into London for many years. I'm going to say more than a decade. Quite a long time. And I think it's a daily occurrence at London City. By the way, I did go to the Imperial War Museum at Hendon. I love that museum pretty much every time I'm in London, you know, visiting family or whatnot. They live very close. They live in Wembley, so very close to Hendon, or the Imperial War Museum at Hendon. I love that museum. You guys are so lucky in England to have such great aviation museums, and that is a great one. You know, I just love it there. It's beautiful grounds, nice big open grass fields. It's a nice short walk or bus ride from the Collindale station. I think, yeah, I walked one way and then took the bus the other way. So, but it's easy. It's a nice, pleasant walk from Collindale station to the Imperial War Museum there at Hendon. Very nice. Okay, here we go. Showtime. Showtime on our door knocker service. No delays on the roll. They're right down to business. I wonder what kind of runway he's going to need here. Oh yeah, short field takeoff. Wow, great. Isn't that amazing? Right above my head. Tough to pan. Very tough. Yeah, basically, very hard for me to crouch down on my knees. It's you know, to get that. So did the best I can, really, for you guys. So let's now go back to the button of the field. What have we got here? We got a Embraer, Alaska Airlines 2308 heading to Seattle, of all the places. Yeah, never-ending museums in London. That's exactly. So the other museum that I did get to go to, again, non-aviation, was the Sir John Sloan Museum. The Sir John Sloan Museum is fantastic. It's in the Hatton Gardens area, and wonderful. This fellow, Sir John Sloan, he was an architect, and he designed many of the great London buildings of the Georgian era, of you know, the period from King George III. What was that, 1803 to when before George IV, his son took over when he passed. Yeah, so Georgian era. Well, the two Georges, third and fourth. When was it that Elizabeth came to power? Victoria came to power, 1858, I think. So yeah, so the first half of the 1800s we could call the Georgian era, and Sir John Sloan, he did amazing buildings that he designed in London. He did work for the Bank of England, and the Bank of England headquarters was designed by him. And he became a very wealthy man, and he was a collector, and he collected ancient collectibles from the Roman, Greek, and Egyptian era of 2,000 to 3,000 years ago. So his home was filled with all these old antiquities, and his home is really quite spectacular. It's a free one of the free museums in London. If you haven't gone to the Sir John Soane Museum, it's definitely worth checking out. Definitely worth checking out. But yeah, so many. Sherlock Holmes Museum. There's the Design Museum. So much. So many great museums. You need to see them over the course of many trips, I would say. So, back to the field. Back to the field, guys. Got a Dreamliner. I guess this landed on the south side, so it's trundling along, making its way to its gate on the north side. Late 1700s, early 1800s. Duxford. No, David, I've never been to Duxford. Never been to Duxford. I would love to go to Duxford. I've checked it in the past. It's quite a long journey to Duxford from London. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I think it's about over an hour and a half by train, something like that, to Duxford. I would love to go. Definitely would love to go. And one day I will get to go to Duxford. It would be nice to be there when they're flying airplanes. I think they fly Mustangs and certain aircraft there from the Duxford airfield in the summer months. But of course, I can never visit England in the summer just because it's so busy. The flights are so full, and I'm here in Vancouver enjoying our nice summer. So the last time I was in England in the summer was the summer of 1976. I was there with my family. It was the bicentennial in the United States, and the summer of 1976 was the hottest summer on record. It was the hottest summer in 200 years. It was the summer of 76 in England. It was a very hot summer. I remember we had family down in Brighton, so we went down to Brighton, and I swam in the ocean in Brighton that summer. It was. And another cousin of my father had a pool in their backyard. That was his Uncle Bram. And yeah, I remember swimming in a pool in the backyard. Interesting. Yes, so you guys can have roasting hot summers in England. I do know that. It's another aircraft taxiing in. A320, it's an arrival, making its way to the gate. I'm guessing most of you were not even on the planet in the summer of 1976, let alone able to remember it. Interesting, fascinating. Good memories, very good memories. 320 making its way. Cosford, I've been to Cosford. Actually, Cosford is fantastic. I loved Cosford. They've got a Comet 1 there. Yes, I was at Cosford with my friend Ron Kosies, who lives in Coventry. He took me to Cosford about a decade ago, and I loved Cosford. Yeah, as I say, he lives in Coventry, and we drove from his home in Coventry to Cosford. I loved that. David remembers the summer of 76. One half geek girl was on the planet for a while. Yeah, exactly. Well, me too. I was on the planet for 12 years at that point. So, yes, summer of 76. David Underwood says they have one of the first Concords at Duxford. Yes, and I think they've got the Viscount, Trident, VC-10, all the great airliners, and I think you can go on board them as well. Paula was, I guess, a baby. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it was the bicentennial year, and well, this year, next year I should say, 2026, America will celebrate its 250th birthday. And there was a little snippet in the Wall Street Journal the other day saying it's kind of forgotten. And they kind of basically said, well, here's a reminder that America is celebrating their 250th birthday next year. And I thought to myself, yep, well, I remember their 200th birthday very well. So I remember 50 years ago very well. So my goodness, you know, the decades have just flown past. They really do. Glenn was 9 and 76. Okay. So you're my sister's age, Glenn. I was 12. Gordon, I was 21 working for BC Rail, and wow, that's amazing. You were 21 and 76, 66. You were born in 55. So you're about 10 years older than me, Gordon. Interesting. An ultimate sim gamer was born in 64, same year as me. No, I don't think Kirsten was walking the planet in 1976. I don't think so. Highly surprised. No. Okay, we got a CRJ here on the roll. Let's bring our camera around for a CRJ takeoff. Yes, nice. Okay. Well, that was a nice one. That was well worth watching. Okay, what's happening over at our horseshoe? We'll just keep our camera posted right there in case something interesting happens. I was going to ask, noise bloom was 10 going on 11. Hello, Alex. Nice to see you here, Alex. I hope you're doing very well. Great to see you. Wow. Glenn says, yeah, scary talking about age. I'll be 60 next year. Coming to Canada. Yeah, well, I am 60 right now, so if all goes to plan, I'll be turning 61 in June. Revenge of the Old Farts. That's us. The old fuddy-duddies. Mr. Magoo Brigade. Okay, a couple of aircraft coming our way. You don't hear much about Mr. Magoo in the year 2025, do you? That's kind of neat. Prop and jet. WestJet coming our way. Ultimate Sim Gamer, 61 in December. So roughly my age, Ultimate. You're roughly my age. There we go. WestJet makes the turn. Yeah, today's been a WestJet day. Definitely more WestJet movements than Air Canada, strangely. Could be our timing, perhaps. Could very well be our timing. That's okay. I like WestJet. They roll their airplanes nicely. They roll with the punches. They have nice rotations. So we can't complain. Well, you can complain, but it won't do sod all, so no point complaining. Yeah. Let's see our flight radar. What's happening here? So we got a Q400. No, not the Q400. We've got our Pacific Coastal Beach 1900. The WestJet that we just saw is heading to Calgary, WestJet 108. Has anyone ever seen the movie with Mr. Magoo? I've seen Mr. Magoo stuff, yeah. I'm trying to think. I mean, obviously he was a character from the 50s and 40s, and they did a Mr. Magoo cartoon. I'm trying to think of who did the voice for that. It might have been Jim Backus. We'd have to consult Google on that to see who did the voiceover for the Mr. Magoo cartoon. But I'm thinking it was Jim Backus, who was the millionaire on Gilligan's Island with his wife. Oh, you're so ravishing, lovey. You know, that's how he talked. He had an affected East Coast accent. Yeah, my Jim Backus accent needs polishing up, but yeah, he had a very affected upper crust East Coast U.S. Harvard kind of accent. Mr. Jim Backus, quite funny. But yeah, so Mr. Magoo. I'm trying to think of the movie. Again, this is all stuff that I'll have to check on Google, the Mr. Magoo movie. Alex says 100% was Jim Backus. Yeah, he's a funny fellow. If you go, you can find him on YouTube. Quite a bit with Jim Backus. He's a good guy, good character. I mean, the kind of person that you'd like to know. Very solid guy. And he used to be on numerous game shows back in the 60s and 70s. Okay, our beach is rolling. I might see if I can get that. I think I can. There it is. Yeah, one of his most popular game shows was Password. If you Google the original Password game shows from the 60s, you'll put in Password game show Jim Backus, you'll find him. He was on a number of them, actually, in the mid-60s, like 66, 67. He talked about his work that he was doing back then. Not only as he did other stuff as well, other than Gilligan's Island. But he kind of was in the spotlight because of his work as the professor on Gilligan's Island. But he did other stuff. Okay, we got a 37 on the active, so I think we're going to move down to the button. Oh, the battery just collapsed, guys. So I'm going to do a battery change. It literally went from 0 to nothing, so we're just going to do it right now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Battery change, battery change. So it was a fast collapse as well. And we did not miss our WestJet either. Way down there in the nosebleeds. So let's just figure out if we can. Where's this aircraft going to? This aircraft is going to Calgary. It's a WestJet 108. WestJet 108. Well, Gary, thank you very much for being here. Definitely appreciate it. Gabriel says no landings today. No, we're on the north side for takeoffs only today. Landings are on the south side, so we're here north side for takeoffs. So this is a takeoff show today. Maybe another time we'll do landings, but it's unique to have the takeoffs on the north side, so that's why we're here. soaking up this action.
Lost
it on the focus. That's okay. Happened at the end. No problem. That's okay. They're towing a max. Towing a max.
72 ground, taxi, Juliet Mike 9. Juliet Mike 9, Jazz 272.
So the airplane's coming around here.
Runway 26 right. Taxi via Alpha 31 Echo, hold short of runway 26 left.
Right. Q400 taxiing, I think, for... Oh, it's arriving, actually. It's arriving. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
997 off 31.
Yeah, the landers are on the south side, so next time we'll go south side.
12715.
Figure short, over and
Yeah.
on track again at 997. Dragon Air Canada 997, Victor Short Hotel. And 997, ground taxi Victor Mike, hold short Juliet. Victor Mike, hold short Juliet Air Canada 997.
Q400.
Canada 110 right taxi.
Taxiing for departure.
26 right, all clear, 3003, taxi Juliet Charlie Juliet Mike 9. 86 right, Juliet Charlie Juliet Mike 9 Air Canada 110.
Making the turn.
Continue taxi, Mike Tango to the apron.
Okay, so we've got a jet coming out of the horseshoe. Right there. A321. You know what? I was just thinking, if they were doing takeoffs on this side with a runway 08, it would be extremely impressive, because we'd be camped out down at the far end, and the spot there is actually lined up where the aircraft turn on to the active, so it'd be very, very close to the airplanes. That would be fun, I think. So we got some narrow bodies making their way to the button here. We had a 777 land on the south side there. Where is it? Let's see if I can find it. There. Yeah, it's a Dreamliner. No, what? Yeah, it's a Dreamliner landed on the south side.
Take Mike 7 if you want, or Mike 9. Speed cancel. Contact departure in here. Clear takeoff runway 26 right. Yeah, take Mike 7. Clear takeoff 26 right. Speed cancel. Departure. Jazz 272 take.
Jazz is cleared for takeoff. with the truck under the nose.
Canada 206 ground, push back your discretion, tail south.
That looks weird. Okay. So we got our Q400 on the roll. Bring the camera around. Our Q400 right there. Where's the 321 going to? Toronto. It's going to Toronto. Flight 110 heading to Toronto. Right there. Yeah. Oh yes, thank you, Paula. We've got 81 if you guys here are watching right now. So if some of you guys can hit the like button, that would just kind of be neat. Might help. You never know. Can't hurt. Can't hurt. Definitely not. Gentle breeze. It's a calm day today here in Vancouver. At least the sun is out. Yeah, it would be neat to be doing the departures here with the 08 runway, because there is a spot down at the other end that gets us over the fence. And I think you'd get the airplanes turning, like when they turn onto the make the turn from the taxiway onto the active, they'd be facing right into the camera. That would be neat. So, yeah. And by the way, there is another video and photo spot. You see where they're doing the construction there? Just kind of. Well, there's some trucks there. Where those grass trees are, there's another photo spot that we could watch, you know, kind of down at that end of the runway. So we'd get them powering up, but you wouldn't get the rotations here, but it might be different. So there are options here on the north side, for sure, where to set up. Yeah, I've been to that spot before. That's him. 110 cleared for takeoff.
You don't need to go to 79 now. We have to wait for that plane to depart, then we can put this one on there, 2901. Okay, give me a call back when you want to move. Roger, we'll leave this one here. I'm going to go to the hangar to grab another one, so I'll call you back. Okay.
Heading to Toronto, he's cleared for takeoff. See, we've got a little bit of heat distortion. It's a little bit warm, but it's not too serious. Not too serious.
026, okay.
There we go. No delay on the roll there. Airspeed's building. Decent. taxiing our way.
Papa Bravo Charlie Yankee taxi across runway 26
Air Canada Max.
Echo Delta. Hold short of hotel.
Air Canada Max taxiing our way.
0803 ground, taxi in on Juliet, hold behind the Max, he hasn't called for taxi yet. Juliet behind the Max,
2715.
Hello, Steve Bowie. Nice to see you, Steve. Thanks for coming to the show. Having a look. Appreciate it. So this Max,
Jet 165, ground taxi via Delta, hold short of hotel.
by the way, the time is now about just after 11 o'clock. It's about 11:07 Pacific time here in Vancouver. We're at Vancouver International Airport. So,
0803 taxi Juliet, Mike Tango to the airport. And Vancouver ground Skyline 3691.
crystal clear view over the water there to Vancouver Island.
691 ground, push back your discretion. Push back our discretion, Skyline 36.
I guess this Max is waiting for a parking spot, actually. Yeah. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe he's going to taxi and take off. There we go.
Papa Bravo Charlie Yankee taxi via Hotel Juliet, hold short of Kilo, contact ground 12715.
So, I think you guys all know that Air Canada is handing their MAX fleet over to Rouge by next year. So, whether they repaint the airplanes, who knows? That we don't know, but they're going to be operated by Rouge on Rouge flights. And Air Canada is reallocating a lot of their U.S. capacity elsewhere because of the political situation right now. And Canadians aren't flying to the States in the numbers that they were. So yeah, Air Canada is redeploying their assets to serve Canadian tourists, just in the markets that are best. But part of that, I guess, is the reallocation of the MAX fleet over to to Rouge, the low-cost, somewhat, it's their leisure affiliate, I will call it. Yeah.
Victor Papa Bravo Charlie Yankee ground, hold short Juliet Charlie. Okay, that's stop. Victor Bravo. That was for Bravo Charlie Yankee.
Oh, he is taxiing for departure. BizJet coming too. Let's have a look at the BizJet. By the way, the MAX is heading to Calgary. And here comes some large corporate iron. So, probably coming out of the South Terminal area.
Jet 651 Victor Short Hotel. Jet 651 ground, taxi Victor Mike, hold short Tango. Victor Mike short Tango, Jet 651.
Yeah.
I'm going to change that. Taxi Victor Mike.
Little bits and pieces happening here.
Victor Mike short
We got a aircraft coming out of we got Air Canada Flight 25 coming out of the Horseshoe as well here in just a second. You should see the nose. There it is. There's the nose. Heading to Pudong Airport, Shanghai, China.
On Juliet, contact northbound 12715.
There it is. Making itself seen. Yeah, the old toothpaste colors. That'll be nice. We haven't had many wide-body departures actually so far on the show, so this might be our first. Hello, Venkman. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well, Mike. Nice to see you here. Thank you, Mike.
Jet 651, give way to the Air Canada 787, be turning same direction on Mike. Caution, net lost. Taxi Mike, hold short Tango. Give way to Air Canada, Mike short Tango.
biz jet's gonna make its way down here now.
Contact on 12715. Gas 35 Hector, go.
Big biz jet. Big biz jet. The big biz jet is, it says it's a Learjet 60, private owner. Destination unknown. Destination unknown. So, big corporate iron with a registration is Victor Papa Bravo Charlie Yankee. Victor Papa Reggie.
Taxi Juliet Mike 9. Juliet Mike 9, player 06.
Nice corporate iron.
Taxi now, Tango Mike 9. Tango Mike 9, Skyline 3691.
Nice corporate stuff.
Jet 651, taxi to the apron via Papa. Papa to the apron, Jet 651. Air Canada 064 heavy ground taxi Victor Kilo. Juliet Charlie.
Okay, we got a max down at the business end of the runway, so let's take it down to the business end. And let's take care of business. There it is. Air Canada 206 to Calgary. That's them. Throttle's up.
Gas 35 Hector, Roger, thank you. Gas 35 Tester, continue via Delta Hotel, hold short of Victor.
Decent climb out. Nice. Nice. Look what we got here. Looky, looky.
Tractor 152, proceed across Alpha 4 into the infield up to the edge of runway 31 and Alpha approved, hold short of runway 265.
Flare.
Proceeding across Alpha 4 into the infield, approved up to the edge of Alpha and runway 13 and hold short 265. Tractor 152.
0152, Roger.
Nice. Good action. That's nice. It's just nice to be here, really, and just literally soaking up the action, getting some vitamin D, as you call it in England, and it's nice. Our next departure is Sky West Delta Connection heading to Salt Lake City down at the business end of runway 26 right, so we're going to bring the cameras down there. Right there. Yeah, heading to Salt Lake. Yeah, Flare. Destination Unknown is a song from the 80s. The Embraer is Rolling Thunder. They're a bit heavy. I guess they got a good jag of fuel on board for their flight to Salt Lake. Yeah. Okay, the heavy. Heavy. Got a heavy. Heavy's in the house. There it is, right there. Pudong, China, Shanghai. Terrific. Yeah. Wonderful.
Negative. Proceed hotel short runway 26 right. Hotel Mike 10.
Nice stuff.
Canada 025, wind 2609 knots, contact departure in air from Mike 9, clear takeoff runway 26 right. Victor Canada 025. Victor Bravo.
Tim.
Correction, Victor Papa Bravo Charlie Yankee Tower at Mike 9, line up and wait, runway 26 right. Short delay for wake terminals.
You heard the departure clearance here. So, there they go. There they go. This is nice. This is really nice. Lumbering giant. Whispering giant. Yeah, you could call this aircraft a whispering giant as well. Tuck up of the gear. She's a whispering giant. She's a whispering giant number 2. Whispering giant number 1, of course, is a Bristol Britannia. Okay, back down. Venkman, congratulations, Venkman. And thank you, Mike, for all your help and support. Venkman has been a premium member for 13 months. Lucky 13! Yes, great day to be at the airport. Totally. Thank you so much, Venkman, for all of your help and your support. This is the BizJet, by the way. This is the BizJet.
Bravo Charlie Yankee, contact
Destination not available.
clear takeoff runway 26 right.
Paula says it's sunny in England, which is fantastic. Always nice to have sun in England. Definitely. Okay, our BizJet's rolling. Baby VC-10, kind of.
F35 tester, proceed on to hotel, hold short Victor.
Yeah, baby VC-10. Decent stuff. And look who arrived on the other side there. Our good friends Japan Airlines. JAL. JAL, yeah. Okay, Flair's heading to Calgary. We're going to bring the camera around to Flair. They're buttoned up, all ready to rock and roll.
Contact us on 12715.
That's Flair. Getting ready to get going to Calgary. 8:06. And they're rolling.
Two on Victor there. I'll set the frame up shortly. F35 tester, roger. United 1292, contact ground 12715.
Decent stuff. Not bad. Nice rotation. They'll be in Calgary in 1 hour. It's quite nice. Nice. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a nice rotation for us. And here's our JAL making its way to the gate.
Continue now via Hotel Delta to evening.
Hotel Delta,
JAL is in from Narita Airport, Tokyo, Japan. Making their way to their gate here. Probably great gate 70, 69, 68, somewhere in that range. Right in front of us is probably where they'll park. So nice to see Japan. Always nice to see Japanese airliners in Vancouver. Very nice. United as well. Gonna make the turn. They've arrived. They're gonna make their way to the US gate area. Let's watch where Japan decides to park themselves. I should say where ground decides to park them. It's not actually them that makes the decision as to what gate they're going to. It's all to do with prearranged, preordained.
ground, continue Papa to the apron, caution jump.
There we go, there's the turn.
Begin. 1292 ground, continue taxi by Papa to the apron. 1292, thanks.
Yeah, 35 test director, thank you.
Nice cluster of airplanes there. Looks like they're going into maybe gate 70. Something like that. Yeah, gate 70, that's right. Pulling into 70, that's nice. Never mind. YXX plane spotter tells us that Air India will depart at 12:15. Okay, very good. Yeah, the flight radar, that happens to me too. It's just, it crashes, right? It crashes on your phone. It just happens. It does happen. It's frustrating when it happens. There we go. Here, Japan Airlines is nicely at their gate. So Korean Airlines is coming in on the other side. We can maybe have a look at that. I can show that to you. I mean, it's a bit far away, kind of right. You can zoom, try to pounce on it. If I can get it to focus, yeah, something like that.
Canada 560 ground, push back here, discretion. American 1415 ground, taxi via Victor. Mike. Sierra at the apron. Victor, Mike, Sierra at the apron.
Yeah, I mean, next time we'll do Southside Johnny. unless they're doing 08 departures. If they're doing 08 departures on the north side, I would be inclined to come here for that, because that will be something special to see from our other location. Definitely. Definitely. So we'll see. We'll see what cards we get dealt for our next show. You never know. You know, it's all, no pun intended, it's up in the air. Pretty soon we'll see that Korean Airlines roll out in front of us. Yeah, that's right. Lufthansa went mechanical day before, a couple days ago. 747. There's Korean. They presented themselves. And yeah, that's weird. It's spinning. Because I'm all plugged in nicely. That is weird. Very weird. Yeah.
So taxi via Alpha Romeo, apron your discretion, Charlie Alpha 5, full short of runway 26 left. 7010, roger.
I'm not sure if you guys are able to see me if we've lost the show. Don't know. Okay, I think it's okay. I think we're okay now. So we've had some up and down spinning. I'm not sure why. So yeah, we know we've got some flaky data around here today. Kind of is what it is, but things are kind of okay right now. Good. Good. So I'm going to park the Korean cargo in its usual parking spot. Air France landed as well. We're going to see them taxi around here shortly. Air France on the radio.
France 374 heavy ground, taxi via Lima, cross runway 13 Victor, hold short hotel.
We taxi via Lima, we cross runway 13, and then taxi via Victor, we hold short for taxi via Hotel. Move anywhere or?
Air Canada 562 ground, like on the bypass line, which is off your right-hand side. So they apron your discretion onto the bypass line, and I just like you on there well before Tango. I'm gonna have to move traffic around you.
Understood. No discretion on the apron. Move over to the bypass line and secure well clear Tango Air Canada 562.
spot. Pretty soon we're going to see Air France as well. They're going to be visible. Yeah, there's Air France. Air France is visible right there. They're going to make beautiful A350. They're going to taxi towards us with their beautiful A350 airliner. That's right, Karen. Air France is with us.
Delta 2482 ground taxi via Hotel Juliet, Hold short of Lima.
From okay. Air France is going to shortly be presenting itself to us from the tail of the Korean.
Air France 374 heavy ground taxi via Victor Mike, hold short of Juliet. Taxi via Victor Mike and the wheel short of Juliet. Air France 374.
There it is, 374 Air France. Bound from Paris.
Skyleft 4020 ground. Push back at your discretion.
Nice. Spinning again, okay. Darn. We're having a bad data day today with our Wi-Fi. Unfortunately.
Just check, they're moving traffic coming in at Juliet Alpha, going on to 67.
I understand where our data is up and down like a yo-yo, even though it's showing good on my side. I understand that we're having some spinning issues, but those are truly out of our control, but at least I know that it's happening.
Delta 2482 ground. Delta 2482 ground for traffic, make the left turn Kilo, then taxi via Romeo, Mike, Tango to the airport.
Looks neat.
Altimeter 3003, taxi via Charlie Alpha 5, hold short runway 26 left.
Air Canada 7054 heavy ground company.
It's nice to have good screen time with Air France.
Push tail to the east. I'd like you to the east as well. Push back at your discretion. Alright, check with marks on company. We'll push back tail east. Air Canada 7054.
Okay, he stopped here.
Ground 4901 with the max to 79. 0901 ground proceed.
Okay. And we got Air Canada pushing off the gate right here. Right there, Air Canada's pushing off the gate.
When I check, there's Airbus on the bypass 7010 ground taxi via Juliet.
Apparently the Prime Minister's plane coming around for a north side departure. Whether Mark Carney's on board, we don't know. Interesting, north side departure. Yeah, this is the Liberals' campaign airplane. Wow.
And 574 taxi, cross runway 26 left, Delta 5 Delta, hold short of Echo. Director 152, is that you calling?
No, Director 158, let's cross hotel.
Yeah, very neat to see this
158, proceed across
A320 painted up in the Liberal Party of Canada's color scheme. So I can only presume that the Prime Minister, Mark Carney, is on board the aircraft. It's kind of neat to see. Very neat to see.
Taxi via Delta Hotel Juliet, hold short of Kilo.
Nice to see him depart. I wonder if he's looking through the windows at us.
Director 158, Roger.
San Francisco West 4020 ground. While you're waiting, just do the numbers for Mike 7, 9,400 feet. Roger.
Very neat to have this on the show. Very cool.
Delta 2482 ground. Just let me know right away if you don't have crew. Hello, Delta 2482.
So for those of you that are unaware, the election here in Canada will take place on Monday. It will be a close race between the Liberal Party, run by Mark Carney, the current Prime Minister, and the Conservatives, run by Poilievre. Very tight race, so we'll have to see how that actually materializes and who the next Prime Minister of Canada will be this Monday. Apparently there's been a record number of voters, early votes, record number of early votes. So for obvious reasons, this is a very significant election here in Canada.
Then you can taxi Alpha Romeo, Alpha, runway 31, Echo, hold short, runway 26 off. Alpha Romeo, Alpha 3,
Yeah.
1, hold short, 26 left, if you're waiting company spot, 745.
So this is actually showing with an Air... there we go. This is actually showing with an Air Canada flight number, Air Canada flight 7010.
010, chart, Mike 9, left and wait, runway 26 right.
Left and wait, 26 right, Air Canada 7010.
There you go. There you go. Air Canada 7010. They're heading to Edmonton. Specially chartered A319 from Air Canada. Very cool. They're heading to Edmonton.
Airborne clear takeoff, 26 right, Air Canada 7010, have a good day.
They've been cleared for takeoff. As I say, I don't know for certain that Mark Carney is on the airplane, the Prime Minister, but it's his airplane. I presume he is on board. I presume he's on board. You're watching, of course, YVR Live on the JetFlix channel. My name is Henry Tenby, and this is live right here.
Cover ground, Air Canada 7054, we're ready.
Fantastic.
Air Canada 7054 ground, runway 26 right, altimeter
It's showtime.
03, stand by for taxi.
It's showtime.
Ground, Air Canada 7 heavy, ready for taxi.
They're rolling thunder.
Air Canada 7 heavy ground, runway 26 right, altimeter 3003.
See if we can do a proper follow-out on this.
Juliet, Mike 9, give way to citation northbound on Juliet.
Buzzsaw.
Table taxi, Juliet Alpha, Juliet Mike 9.
Nice stuff. Nice. Oh yeah, early rotation.
Air Sprint class 04 ground.
They're light heading over to Edmonton. The Liberal Party of Canada, presumably with Prime Minister Mark Carney on board on a campaign flight, heading out of Vancouver over to Edmonton. Here on JetFlix, you're watching this live. Fantastic. Wow. Great. Okay. Well, that was a nice treat. That was a very nice treat, guys. Very nice treat. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I did. It was totally unexpected. Totally unexpected. Yeah. Christopher Smith says that the Canadian election travel schedules are nuts. So many cities in so many days. Indeed. Indeed. Venkman says the PM must have slept, didn't like me, and missed the flight. Yeah, he'll have to take the bus. He'll have to take the bus. He'll be there in 12 hours. Okay, look what's pushing back, guys. This is nice. This is nice. Look what's coming. This is cool.
745, cross runway 26 west, straight ahead to Echo.
Very neat.
Delta, further there.
Star Alliance bus. Very cool. Great action. No complaints from the peanut gallery. No complaints. What in the wide world of sports is going on here? He taxied that way. Now he's doing a 180. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, what in the wide world of sports? Because he just did a 180. This guy's taxiing out the same way. So, not sure what the scoop is here. Not sure. Strange stuff, guys. Noise Boom says, I'm going to miss the big jets with the classic bullet nose shapes. Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, the bullet nose. Yeah. So let's see if this guy does a 180 as well. Let's see if he does a 180. Is he going to do a 180? Let's see if he does a 180 on this guy. Yep. Yeah, he's doing a 180 too. Strange. He's doing the 180 thing. That's weird. I'm not sure why they taxied them out that way to do a 180, but I guess they have their reasons. They have their reasons, that's all that matters. We're going to have two back-to-back departures, both heavies. Both heavies. So no complaints. Yeah, no complaints at all, if I dare say so. Let's head down to the button. Back to the button.
Runway 31, Lima to the apron. Runway 31, Lima to the apron, 4605.
Hang on. Have I lost my bearings here, guys? Have I lost my bearings? Ah, there we go. There's our BizJet first. BizJet first. Battery's at 24%. I'm watching it like a fiend. Hello, Smurfy999. Hello, Esther L. Lee says prepare for the Trent Growl. Is that a song? The Trent Growl? Okay, BizJet on the roll.
Skywest 4020 tower at Mike 7, line up and wait, runway 26 right.
Oh, what a short takeoff run on that guy. Wow. Super short takeoff roll. It looks like a baby Yak 40. Okay. I'm not gonna fall over and lose my bearing because that's going right over my head, basically. Now we've got the Delta Sky West, heading to Seattle, heading down to SeaTac. Nice airport. Yeah, so CRJ, or not CRJ, this is an Embraer, I should say. Embraer heading to 175, heading down to Seattle. And then we've got two heavies, back-to-back heavies. Revenge of the heavies. We've got Hong Kong going to flight number 7. That's the Dreamliner.
SkyWest 4020, tower contact, departure, airborne from Mike 7, clear for takeoff, runway 26 right.
Clear for takeoff 26 right, SkyWest 4020.
That's it, he's cleared. Good strong radio signal too. Nice. Let's see what his runway requirement is. Not bad. Okay. Back to heavy. Back to the heavy.
Encore 3130, you can continue Delta Hotel Golf to the
Yeah, Air Canada Flight 7 heading to Hong Kong. Excellent. Excellent. Former U.S. Airways jet. Okay, that we just saw. Possible. Okay. Thanks for pointing that out, Chris. No worries. What we say here is just what we think in the moment, so we definitely have the latitude for not being correct on this show. We don't hold ourselves out as speaking the gospel. So yeah, this is it. We're
Canada 7, tower contact, departure airborne from Mike 9, clear for takeoff, runway 26 right.
Departure airborne from Mike 9, clear takeoff 26 right, Air Canada 7 heavy, good day.
That's it. He's cleared.
Air Canada 7054 heavy, tower at Mike 9, line up and wait, runway 26 right, caution jet blast.
Clear, line up 26 right, Air Canada 7 Alpha.
Look at that. Look at that dust blow up. Neat. Major dust as they hit the power. It's something. That is something to see. There's the airspeed building nicely. Let's get the A330 now. Don't want to miss the A330. So let's pull her back. Go get the A330 turning onto the active if we can.
Proceed via Juliet Mike Tango to the apron. RJ on discretion A. Airbus on the bypass line is just waiting.
This is heading to Montreal, this A330. Silky Sam, member for 10 months. Wow. Good to hear for you. Wow, Silky, nice to see you here. Yo-Yo Henry, how's things going from my friend? It is great to see you here, Silky. And thank you so much, Silky Sam, for 10 months premium membership. That is fantastic. Thank you, Silky. Hope you're doing well. And look at this. Look what we've got for you for your 10 months anniversary. We got this beautiful rotation just for you, Silky. Perfect timing for Silky Sam. Wonderful. Excellent. Oh, look at that. Early rotation. Early rotation. Wow. Amazing. That was something else for Silky Sam. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Silky Sam got an early rotation gift for the 10-month anniversary. That was stunning. That was stunning. I think that might be the best takeoff of the day because it was an early rotation. It was just something fantastic. That was great. That was great. Wonderful. Might get another one of those. Look at this. We got another Star Alliance busting a move coming out of the horseshoe for us. By the way, 18% on the battery. So, yeah, might do a battery change here as soon as this taxi's in front of us. I think we might do our battery change. I like the Star Alliance specials here that we're getting. It's terrific. Pasco cleared for takeoff. I'm going to hold the camera on our bus, actually. That's what I think I'm going to do. Just hold the camera here.
Air Canada 209 ground, taxi via Victor.
Somebody needs a pair of garden shears. That's a little Beach 1900.
Air Canada 562 coming in at Tango. Give way to Vancouver, give way to company 330 on Mike. Taxi via Tango, Mike.
Yeah, we got some heavies here. Excellent. Excellent, excellent.
Tango, Mike 7.
Super stuff. Really good stuff.
Air Canada 306 heavy ground, company Airbus Tango will be giving way to you. Okay, we check Air Canada 306.
Nice. Yeah, this aircraft will be rotating in just a few minutes. So I think once it's just passed here to the left, I'll do a battery change. So we're nice and fresh. We're nice and fresh for that. Cool.
Ground Oiler Canada 2 360 43 Romeo, ready push deck.
Okay, let's do the battery change. Let's get the battery change done here. Bear with me a second, folks. I'll do a countdown, our standard operating procedure countdown, and let's get her done. Battery change, battery change. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Battery change, battery change. I'll be back in 1 second. We are back, and the cable is in tight. I've got that our cable.
11955 when you're ready.
Yeah, we're all good now.
55 when ready, Air Canada 306.
Okay, let me just see what's happening here. So yeah, we're gonna follow out the here in just a second. I'm gonna point the camera on our A330 heading to Montreal. It's flight 306. Hello, Edward. Nice to see you, Edward. Welcome to the show. Okay, Silky Sam's going to lock up the chickens. Sounds like somebody's making soup, but I think it's something else. Head air is starving. Hello, Sue Major. Nice to see you, Sue. Thank you for chiming in and saying hello. Look at the cars here turning up the dirt. So that's going to bring a dust storm here. Yeah, this is where you need to have your COVID era masks, because it's going to get really. Hang on, I have a mask. I think I'm going to put it on. It is just give me a second. It's really bad. Oh well, just give me a second here. Look at the dirt coming off this guy. Bloody hell. I'll have to petition the airport to get that paved. So there's our Air Canada Airbus, Flight 306, making its way down to the button. Runway 26 right. It's kind of special today. We have runway 26 right departures. Usually this is for landings.
Air Canada 306 Heavy tower contact departure airborne from Mike 9, clear for takeoff runway 26 right. Departure in the air from Mike 9, clear for takeoff 26 right, Air Canada 306.
Okay, he's got the clearance. They should do another airplane movie. Of course, they'll never be able to replace the great Canadian comedian Leslie Nielsen, but yes, he's got the clearance. Reminds me of the joke punchline, if we lose another engine, we're going to be up here all night. I think you guys know that joke. Okay, 306 is turning on to the active. They have the clearance for takeoff, so it's going to be showtime right away. And hopefully we'll get a big puff of dirt blown up off the back there of the engines by the runway. Let's have a look. Is there any dirt being blown up? Not really. Not on this one. No. Not really. No dirt blow up. Let's see if we can get an early rotation out of him, though. Maybe. Airspeed's alive. No, he's going to be. That's a bit of a longer rotation. Yeah, nice stuff, though. Still a very nice takeoff. Very nice. Excellent. First class. First class rotation. I liked it a lot. That was nice. Neat stuff. Okay. She climbs into the wild blue yonder. What's our next aircraft? Looks like a WestJet. Is that a Max? No, it's Air Canada, actually. Air Canada. Well, a few little bits and pieces here for us, right? Clearance. Paula says I spoke to Leslie Nielsen on the telephone. I didn't mention. Oh wow. Okay. What was the occasion that you spoke to Leslie Nielsen, Paula? That's kind of neat. Was he funny? Did he make any jokes?
3277, y'all ready for departure? One on Mike 7 there.
Did he make you laugh out loud?
Encore 3277, no SID speed restriction, contact departure. What's your airborne? Caution turbulence greater than 6 and increasing.
Okay, so yes, he was funny.
From Mike 9, clear for takeoff, runway 26 right.
You're lucky to have had a phone conversation with Leslie Nielsen. For those of you that don't know, Leslie Nielsen was a very famous Canadian comedian, actor.
Air Canada 236 ground, runway 26 right. The altimeter is 3002. Taxi via Juliet, Mike 9.
And he was super funny in the movie Airplane. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so Paul says, I was a full-time nanny when I was 19 in Vancouver. My boss was in the movie business. That is amazing. Yeah, you had a chat with Leslie Nielsen. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Here's an interesting fact for you guys. It kind of made my day yesterday. I was looking at the JetFlix account on Instagram, and it shows who the people are that actually come and view the account, view the content. And it was one of the top viewers of my content. I don't know if he only came to the site, to the Instagram channel only once or twice, but he is one of the top viewers, is a Canadian musician. Oh, hang on, I got a Q400 rolling.
Hold short, runway 26 left.
Yeah, so a famous Canadian musician actually visited a rock band, and I like their music, and yeah, so he actually, believe it or not, comes and checks out the JetFlix on Instagram. So that kind of made my day. So obviously he has a passing interest in aviation, so, and things Canadian, so that was nice to see. Very nice to see.
Air Canada 562, contact departure once you're airborne. Wind is 280 at 10 from Mike 7. Clear for takeoff, runway 26 right.
Departure, Aviation 562, clear takeoff 26 right.
Okay, we've got a jet rolling, so don't want to miss that. Do not want to miss it. There we go. It's an Air Canada 320, it looks like. Buzzsaw. The buzzsaw is rolling. Lost it. Lost the focus. Yeah, that happens. No big deal. It does happen.
00 Echo Sierra, continue across runway.
Does happen.
Delta 5. Delta, hold short of Echo.
That's interesting. Yeah, you guys are chatting about Leslie Nielsen and his acting career. Yeah, he was very good at comedy, certainly in his later years, definitely. Hello, Yin Team Stripes Cathay Pacific. Welcome to our show. Christopher Smith, thank you so much for your comments. YVR is great. I love Iona Beach. Big rigs behind and the Canada line is helpful. Okay. Yes, it's a good airport for all of our plane spotting needs. Definitely. I agree. We got an Air Canada Max heading to Edmonton. Taxiing down at the far end of the field. So I'll point the camera there in just a second.
I can't see 26 already yet. 26.
Okay, well, let's bring our camera down to the end of the field. for this 37.
Departure once you're airborne from Mike 9. Clear for takeoff, runway 26 right. Departure in the air, clear takeoff, Mike 9, 26 right. Air Canada 236, have a good day.
That's him, Air Canada 236, turning on to the active.
Canada 112, heavy ready for taxi. Air Canada 112, runway 26 right. The altimeter is 3002. Taxi via Juliet Charlie, Juliet Mike, and Mike 9. Okay, Juliet Charlie, Juliet Mike, and Mike 9, 26 right. Canada 112. Ground, United 1528 right, taxi 26 right. United 1528 ground, runway 26 right. The altimeter is 3002. Taxi via Papa, Mike, and Mike 9. Papa, Mike, Mike 9, 26 right, 1520.
Yeah, no delay there, rolling. Okay, not bad. Not too bad. We got a heavy coming. Got a heavy. Yes, it'll be our. I'm trying to remember. Have we seen a 777 take off yet? Might be our first 777 of the show. Might be. Maybe. And we've also got United here, right there, coming out. So we'll have this departure. It's been a pretty busy show. I think we're pretty pleased with what we've got here, despite some Wi-Fi issues. It's been not too bad. I've really enjoyed the takeoffs here on the north side.
Juliet Tango ground, runway 26 right, altimeter 3001. There is a Challenger just passing off your, I think she's just to the east of you there. Anyways, you can let me know when you have the sight behind him. You can taxi Charlie, Alpha 5, hold short, runway 26 left.
Great action, actually. Really good action. I've just had a good day. Despite some teething problems at the very beginning, which were caused by me and loose cables, etc.
Pressure 166 ground, pressure discussion. Number 100 Echo Sierra, contact northbound 12715. Hotel. Air Canada 107 ground, taxi via Victor Kilo, hold short Julia. Victor Kilo, short Julia, Air Canada 107.
I think this is the 107 heading to Toronto. No, this is 1112 heading to Toronto. 1112 777 heading to Toronto. But our United Airlines is heading to Houston. So yeah, United is going to make the turn there onto the active. Just a second. So maybe we'll just move our camera down, all the way down to the United Airlines, which is somewhere. There it is, right there. Yeah.
United 1528, contact departure once you're airborne. The wind is 270 at 10 knots from Mike 9. You're clear for takeoff, runway 26 right. 26 right at Mike 9, clear for takeoff. The contact departure when airborne, United 1528.
That's him.
Air Canada 107, continue via Juliet. Juliet, Charlie.
He's got the clearance.
Juliet, Charlie, to the apron there, Canada 107.
That's it.
We're 609, where are you going? I think it was gate 18 today for parking. 609.
Beautiful day.
609, taxi Lima, cross runway 1.
Really nice.
Taxi Hotel, Golf to the apron. Taxi Lima, cross runway 13, Hotel Golf apron. Clear 609. Air Canada 112 Heavy Tower, Mike 9, line up.
No delays really on the roll.
We're still waiting on the back end.
It's quite nice.
Canada 112. Canada 112, no problem. Line up point 26 right at Mike 9, and let me know when you're ready. Line up 26 right at Mike 9 or Canada 112. We are ready for Canada 112. Canada 112, I checked that. Thank you.
Kind of screwed that up. Yeah, I flubbed it. I flubbed that. So, I flubbed it. But I got another chance to recover, guys. The heavy. I got a chance to recover here. Let's see if I can do a better job on this one. This will be nice. Should be quite nice and impressive. We're going to have some buzzsaw action pretty soon.
Contact departure once you're airborne. Wind 270 at 10 from Mike 9. Clear for takeoff. Runway 26 right. Clear for takeoff 26 right, Mike 9. Departure in the Air Canada 112.
Bit of dirt there blowing up. Yeah, you can see that. Wake turbulence here. Quite a nice climb out. Yeah, see, I did a better job on this one than the last one. Bigger airplane, I think it's maybe easier. Maybe. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Okay. Wow, that was good. We got a BizJet. We got a BizJet down at the business end. Right there. Yeah, that's a BizJet. It's a Gulfstream 650. Destination not available. Yeah, destination. Hello, Matt. Welcome to the show, Matt Healy. Nice to see you, Matt. Thanks for tuning in with us, Matt. Appreciate your being here. Gulfstream. Baby VC-10. There she is. She's rolling thunder.
245, continue via Victor, Mike, and Papa when you're able to.
Some wing flex. And an early rotation as well.
Taxi up Victor, Kilo, Romeo, hold short, Mike.
Hard for me me to do, guys, 'cause that's... Yeah, tough, because it gets very high very quick, and it means I have to basically crouch down. It's just awkward on my knees to film that.
The gate is occupied, but there is traffic behind
Yeah,
you.
hard to do, but did the best I could. Yeah.
Standard taxi speed, please.
We'll do, got 63.
Air India, sitting there nicely. We're waiting for our next movement. Let's see. What have we got in our hat of tricks? What's coming out our way here? We got a WestJet's coming out.
166, contact ground 127.15.
That's it.
15,
WestJet 166 is heading to Edmonton, so that's going to be visible here in just a second. It's taxiing out.
WestJet 166 ground, taxi via Juliet, Mike, and Mike 9. Juliet, Mike 9, WestJet 166.
I think this is it.
Taxi Victor, hold short hotel, turning on to Victor.
This is our WestJet 166, I think.
Okay, Victor, short of hotel, and...
Yeah, I think this is our WestJet 166.
WestJet 576, cross runway 26 left, straight ahead, Delta 5, Delta, hold short echo. Number 76, Juliet Tango, follow the one ahead, cross runway 26 left, Delta 5, Delta.
Lots of little bits and pieces happening here at the airport. We got a American Airlines inbound from... No, United Airlines is inbound from Los Angeles. And we've got... what's the other one? Just trying to see what's going on here, guys. What do we got? Oh, Korean just landed there on the other side.
United 245, give way to the west.
Oh yeah, United, that's right, okay. This guy's in from Dallas, the American Airlines, or Houston, I think. And this is the LAX flight. United is from LAX, that's right. Yeah, as I say, lots of little bits and pieces here happening at the airfield right now. Numerous airplanes taxiing about. This guy's going to Calgary, 166. Should be a nice rotation for us. United right here. That's the United inbound from LAX right there.
WestJet 576, continue taxi Delta Hotel Juliet, hold short Juliet Charlie.
No, several states originating aircraft are arriving at the same time.
Taxi Delta Hotel Juliet, hold short Juliet Charlie.
We've got a Alaska Airlines inbound, an Embraer. Few bits, as I say, few bits and bobs. Few bits and bobs. Hello, Matt. Yes, Matt Healy. And okay, so here's what's coming in on the arrival side of the house. We've got this Alaska Airlines Embraer.
WestJet 112, runway 26 right, altimeter 3001, taxi Echo Delta Hotel Juliet, hold short Juliet Charlie.
Okay, down to our business end of the runway. Down to the business end.
071 as you turn on to Victor, contact ground 167.115.
There's the WestJet 166.
10, clear takeoff, runway 26 right. Over departure, everyone clear for takeoff, 26 right, WestJet 166, yeah. 071 heavy, taxi, Victor, Mike, hold short, Juliet. Mike, holding to Juliet,
Here we go. Should be showtime any second here.
Mike Jet 576, taxi, Juliet, Mike, Mike 9. Number 76, Juliet to Tango ground, taxi, Juliet, Mike, Mike 9. WestJet 1726 ground, runway 26 right. Altimeter 3001, taxi Sierra, Mike, Mike 9. 3001, Sierra, Mike, Mike 9, WestJet 1726.
Quite neat. Okay, that was cool. Another BizJet. Some BizJets making their way.
2902 ground, push back, your discretion. 2902.
I think we've seen this airplane many times on our show. It's in Vancouver all the time, I think. Looks very familiar to me. And then what's behind it is a... They landed, of course, on the other side.
Okay, it'll be runway 31, Victor, hold short of hotel, and over to north ground here.
A350. Old colors, Korean Airlines. Classic colors. It'd be nice to see this in the new colors, for sure.
Not 2902.
Double Korean. Double Korean. Just look at that.
Juliet Bravo. Juliet.
Double Pepsi. Double Pepsi in Vancouver. Double Pepsi. Yeah, double Pepsi.
Air Canada 189 heavy up with you, Victor. Short hotel for 189 heavy taxi, Victor, Kilo, Juliet Charlie. Victor, Kilo, Juliet Charlie, Air Canada 189. Cocktail 243. Delta 243, ground. Hey, we talked call clearance delivery on 2148 clearance. No response on it. Okay, they may have been busy. Can you please try again? And if they don't, try me again. Thank you. Delta, are you still with me?
WestJet as well. Taxiing behind this aircraft. Move down to the button. And there we go.
Clear 816 ground, taxi Juliet, Mike, Mike 9. Juliet, Mike, Mike 9, clear 816. Canada 189 heavy, give way to the flare. As you make the turn on Kilo, you'll see them northbound on Juliet. Okay, we'll give way to flare again.
1726. WestJet 1726 heading to Palm Springs.
470 at 74, look, push. 2470 ground, pusher discretion. Pusher discretion, United 2470. Just want to confirm for flare rate, looks like the behind the tail, but
They're rolling. They're rolling for Palm Springs, California.
Jet 576 Tower, Mike 9, line up runway 26 right. Fox Jet 576 at Mike 9, line up on runway 26 right.
Kind of heavy. They're kind of heavy. Nice. Okay. Not bad. BizJet time. BizJet time. Here's our next takeoff. Is it BizJet? Airport's gotten quite busy, if I dare say so. Hello, Suze. Nice to see you, Suze. I like your name. S *000Z. Nice to see you. Thanks for showing up here, Suze. We haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, this is a corporate aircraft. Fairly short takeoff roll.
Give way to the American Airlines off your left there. They're going to cross in front of you on Mike and then pull up on Mike.
Yeah, lost it. Too high, too quick. Too high, too quick. So it's hard for me to follow that out when they're flying above my head. Next BizJet.
We had heard Hotel Juliet.
Citation CJ2.
Probably was. Now continue. Mike, hold short.
Mike, hold short, take us, guys. 636.
Thank you.
We got another dirt maker. Look at that. The dirt's back.
Tango caution, turlets, foreign trailer, Challenger, contact, departure, airborne, Mike 9, clear takeoff, runway 26 right. Clear takeoff, runway 26 right. Wish you 112 tower at Mike 9, line up, runway 26 right. 99 left, 9 up, runway 26 right.
It's rolling.
Runway 6303, continue Mike and Tango to the apron. Company's just holding off gate 76. If you don't have room to get onto your gate, let me know and I will move.
Alright, Mike, take it to the gate and we'll look for company Scar 62303.
Okay. WestJet. Flight 112. Heading to Calgary. Surprise, surprise. Hello, Oliver Garrett.
United 2470, your traffic's a flare 37. Flare 37. You'll see them go by.
Enjoyed it. We'll see what happens soon. Everybody have a good day, have a good weekend.